to talk about using a simple system to crush your market. So the simple system I am talking about is send out cards. So if you're seeing this webinar, you have probably received a card from me that gives you some examples of the quality of the card and the flexibility and how you can use that. So we're going to go in depth into this system, and I guarantee you, if you use this system consistently, you are going to be able to make some great income. And that's what we're in the real estate business for, is to make great income and to create a lifestyle for ourselves and our family. Guys, at the beginning, I want to go over some basics. The biggest basic that I can talk about is that we are in the people business. We are in the relationship building business. And the better that you are at cultivating relationships, the more real estate transactions you're going to do. It's really as simple as that. And I know there's a lot of bells and whistles out there. There's a lot of shiny objects. But guys, think about this. If we are in the relationship building business, shouldn't we be using a tool that helps us to build relationships? And guys, Send Out Cards is that tool. So I found this system about 3 years ago, and it revolutionized my business. It has made some amazing changes that has helped me to grow my market, to turn strangers into friends, turn prospects into clients, and turn clients into raving referral fans. And that's really what it's all about. So I want to show a couple of examples of how I've used this system to grow my real estate business. Now, as I mentioned in the card that I sent you, I use this system with Facebook because people post their lives on Facebook. And you can use Facebook pictures to be able to create cards that are memorable moments that you send to your sphere of influence, to your network. So here's one right here. A good friend of mine is actually my insurance agent. He posted a picture of his young 8-year-old son who hit his first home run. He posted that on Facebook because it was something that was memorable, something that he wanted to share with the world. So what did I do? I take that picture off of Facebook, I put it on a card, I put congratulations underneath it, and on the inside of the card, it said something to the effect of, "You must be so proud. Here's what a great picture. Here's to all the home runs to come." And what ended up happening is that Leonard called me a week later after he received the card. He got it a couple days after I created it. And he called me up and goes, "Dude, that was really cool. Thank you so much." So we chatted for a few minutes, got caught up, and lo and behold, he went ahead and referred someone to me here. Oh gosh, it was probably 2 weeks after I sent him that card. He ended up referring someone to me. So here's another example. Take me 1 second. Oh, I didn't want to go there. So here's another card. These folks I put into a home, a pool home, a couple of years ago, and a young married couple. He moved down here to Las Vegas from Utah. He's a helicopter pilot, and they got married right before they moved down, and he got settled in here with his new job, and lo and behold, they had this beautiful baby boy. And what did he do? They posted it on Facebook. They posted a picture of their son on Facebook. So I grabbed that picture, I put it on a card, I put a little notation on the front, I put a border around it, and I added a plush baby toy that is really cute, very soft, very cuddly, and that was all done from my system in a couple of clicks and a couple of minutes, and a couple of days later they received this card with the gift. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the inside of this here. Let's see how fast it takes to pull that up on the computer system. So yes, Tim and Becky, you must be so proud and happy. Your baby is absolutely adorable. He couldn't ask for finer people in his life. So what ended up happening is that they contacted me a couple weeks later, and Becky was at her office, and lo and behold, she heard someone talking about wanting to buy a home. And she went over to them and said that they needed to meet me because I took great care of them and I was very appreciative of their business. She talked about the card that I sent them, and I got a referral. So what ends up happening, guys, if you use this system consistently, lo and behold, you're going to get a little army of people out there that are go to work for you, and because they love you. So the key is using this system consistently, loving on your network, loving on your sphere of influence, using the pictures that people post on social media and giving it back to them on an actual physical card. Because what ends up happening is that when you do this consistently, you love on your network consistently, really without any expectation of anything in return. It's not about, asking for referrals. It's about them. It's about appreciating your network. And when you do that consistently, lo and behold, you are going to build a little army of people out there that keep their ears open for you and go to work for you and recommend you and refer people to you for purchases and for sales. It's just a simple, cool, easy system that allows you to have great results in the relationship building business. So that's really the forte. That's really the strong suit of Send Out Cards, is loving on your network, using this system. Because if you do it consistently, you'll end up going from some agent that's out there in the ether, like all the other agents, to over time going to top of mind and ultimately to top of heart. And top of heart is where the referral machine is at. So I'm going to show you how easy and fast this system is to be able to create a card and send it off to someone. So I'm going to go to my card catalog. Hopefully, quickly. Oh, I'm already on there. Ha! Okay, going to go to my card catalog. I'm going to go ahead and create a card like this one here. She believed she could, so she did. And I'm going to customize it. So guys, you can create a flat card that's basically a postcard that's inside an envelope, a 2-panel card, a 3-panel card. You can send a big card. That's like 8 by 11. That's a very big card. And you can also send a postcard. So we have 5 different types of cards. You can have a standard paper, you can have a satin finish or a pearl finish. But for today's purposes, I'm just going to send a 2-panel card with a standard finish. So I go ahead and click next. And this is the front of the card, and we're now inside the card editor. So I'm going to click on the inside. And I could put more pictures here if I wanted to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and put a picture there. And I'm going to click there. And now I go back to my photos that I've got set up. And lo and behold, I can land a picture like that. Now, if I wanted to leave that side just like that, I could do that. But if I wanted to overwrite that and go into and put it in my own words, then I would go ahead and do something like that. I go ahead and click the background, click the color, and now I'm going to go ahead and choose a center bias. I'm going to go ahead and increase the font size. I'm going to choose my font, and it would be something like this. And it's that simple, guys. Now, if I want to go ahead and change the back of the card, I can do that. I've got all kinds of different brands, and then I can go ahead and choose what brand I want on the back of the card. So you can have a brand that talks about your real estate business. You can have a brand that talks about your family, for family cards, Christmas cards, things like that, completely adjustable. And then I go ahead and add recipients, go ahead and type in the person's name and address and hit send. And when I do that, well, this card's going to be printed tonight at midnight, goes out in tomorrow's mail, and it'll arrive in your client's post box a couple days later. So it's just a great system to be able to use this to love on your network. And if you do it consistently, it's going to put commissions in your pocket. So now let's go ahead and talk about another way to use this. This is a great way to be able to go after FSBOs and expireds. So if you sign up with Send Out Cards, and I'll give you the link where you can do that here later, then I will send you a couple of campaigns. So we have campaigns that you can set up exactly how you want. So for example, if I meet someone, I'll put them into a campaign where they're going to get a nice to meet you card. they're going to get a card that will have a birthday card. They'll have a card that celebrates their anniversary. There'll be a holiday card. There might be a spring is here card. I might have 4, 5, 6 touches during the year that the system automatically handles without me really having to think that much about it. It will go ahead and do a mail merge so that it goes out to Stephanie, it goes out to Joe automatically on the front of the card and on the inside of the card so that it's personalized. And campaigns are great. A campaign, you can send many cards to one person, like you're touching on them or dripping on them. Or you can have a campaign where you have one card that goes out to many people. For instance, if you have a listing that you want to advertise in the neighborhood, and actually I recently received about a $19,000 commission because I created a card around one of my listings. It was a 3-panel card, and I sent it to 100 neighbors. I got a list of 100 neighbors from my title company. I uploaded that CSV file into the system. I connected those 100 people with that single card that I made, and I hit send, and they all received this card as if it was coming from the owner of the home, asking for their help on how to use, on letting people know that this home is for sale. If they know of someone that would like to move into the lovely neighborhood, would you have them contact the agent? Of course, my picture was on the back of the card, and that was a great commission that I got. And I would not have received that commission unless I had sent out that campaign. So guys, this system probably has put $50,000 in my pocket in the last 12 months by just loving on my network and using it to advertise my listings. It's just a simple, easy system. So here's another way that you can use Send Out Cards. You can use it to go after FSBOs and expireds. So we've all probably dialed for dollars, and that means, you know, we get on the phone and we start calling FSBOs and expireds, just like every other agent has been doing. And when an expired hits the system, guess what? That owner gets 10 or 15 calls during the day, and they really get irritated by it. So I've learned a very simple system to avoid that. And this is what it is. Provide something of value before you ask for something of value. So on a FSBO, I have a system where I have a few cards that go out automatically in a 4-card campaign, and they go out over the space of a week. So this FSBO here, the first card will have a picture of the front of the home. And I might type something up here at the top, and I say something like a beautiful home. And then on the inside of the card, it'll have information on me and why they should consider using me as a realtor, because guess what? It's a numbers game. And when you send out these cards consistently to FSBOs and you come from a place of service where you will help them with the SRPD or the paperwork, or maybe you'll offer to do an open house for them, what ends up happening, gosh, the percentage of FSBOs that grab a realtor is really high. It's like 75, 80%. But you've got to be that person that is top of mind to them. And if you've sent out a few cards over the space of a few weeks, well, you're going to be that person. If you come from a place of service and you keep touching them with nice cards that show their home and have nice thoughts connected to it, gosh, this thing has helped me so much. I have a realtor friend of mine up in Colorado. Kayla started using Send Out Cards last November, and she hit it pretty strong. She put about $1,000 a month into it, and it has repaid her. She is doing about $1 million a month in listings with her expires. She targets the expired market. My friend Brian in South Carolina, he goes after the FSBO market. And by using this simple system of sending them a card with a picture of their home, and maybe add a couple brownies on the first card so it really makes an impact, and then they get a few more touches during the next month. And then, of course, you still got to do the follow-up. But what ends up happening is that the whole dynamic changes. Instead of you guys butting heads, you know, gosh, you're the 10th agent that's called me today. It's like, oh, you're the guy that sent me the brownies. That was so cool. Thank you so much. It's completely, the energy, the dynamic is completely different. And it just works, guys. We're in the relationship building business. We're in the being nice to people business. And this is a great way for you to do that. So that's the first card that goes out. And then a couple days later, they're going to get another card that says, as soon as it pops up, it's being a little bit slow. Let me go ahead and go on the front of the card. That one's not representing itself correctly. So I'm going to go back here to this campaign, and I've got to fix that. That is not looking correct. So this is the third card that goes out 14 days later. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. The best is yet to come. It's just, you're just reaching out in a kind way, in a very different way. You've given them something of value. You sent them a couple brownies, and half the time, if I don't reach out to them, they end up reaching out to me. So there's a book that I want to recommend that you purchase. Write this name down. This title is, the book is called A Revolution in Real Estate Sales. And the author is Jim McCord. And Jim is a KW agent out of Kentucky and Ohio. And he's the one that actually taught me to use Send Out Cards to go after FSBOs and expireds. And in Jim's book, it costs $3 or $4 to download it, maybe $9 or $10 to buy the paperback. Jim lays out everything on how he started writing $1 million listings, which he had never done prior to using Send Out Cards. So a Revolution in Real Estate Sales by Jim McCord. I recommend that book wholeheartedly because inside that book, Jim lays out the cards that he uses, the campaigns that he uses, the timing, the words on the cards. Everything is laid out from A to Z, and you can take that book and this system and you can start to rock your market no matter where it's at. So it's a great way to go after FSBOs and expireds in a very unique way. So now let's go ahead and I'm going to go back to the catalog, and I'm going to go over some things that talk about the cost of using Send Out Cards, because I think you can see how this can be a valuable system to grow your business. And maybe you want to know, well, how much does this cost? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sign out, and I'm going to go to the website, which is SendoutCards.com/go mobile. So I will post that as well, and you can see it in the comments. But if you go to SendoutCards.com/go mobile and go up here to the pricing, we're going to go over the different ways that you can purchase Send Out Cards to use it. Now, guys, this is some exciting stuff that I'm going to share with you. I think it's going to blow you away. It did when I saw this. And the whole system has been revamped. As of about 8 weeks ago, the whole system was revamped. About a $10 million upgrade was put into place, and they came out with new plans. So these are the plans that are in the system now. The first one we have is a basic plan. Now, if you go to my website, SendoutCards.com/go mobile, you can actually create a card and send it to a friend, a loved one, a prospect, or a client, even yourself, absolutely for free. So I recommend that you go to my website and create the basic account, which is really a pay-as-you-go account, and send a card to someone for free. So if you do that, you'll have access to the system, to the card editor, and you'll be able to send a card to someone for $2.75. If you send a card, like a group campaign, out to 20 or more people, the price goes down. You get a little bit of a discount when you have a higher volume. You will pay the full retail price on gifts. You can have catalog cards. You can build your own cards. It will cost $1 extra. Now, I won't really recommend this for realtors because, frankly, this is such a cool system that you can use one of the other plans and pay a lot less. This basic system is really good for grandma to be able to send out a couple cards a month to the family and friends and things like that. So it's really, the basic plan is not something that I would recommend for a professional. So the enhanced plan is $17 a month. And that pretty much, to be honest, is just an access fee. That allows you to send more cards at a lower price. It also gives you the unlimited relationship manager, whereas the basic plan just has a limited relationship manager. That's your contact manager. The price is lowered, and you get a 15% discount on your gifts, and they don't upcharge you for any of the photo drop cards or building your own cards. You get the entire package, access to the system for $17 a month, and then you pay pretty much an a la carte price for the cards that go out. So this might be good for realtors that want to put their toe in the water and see if they like the system. I totally get it. I love the premium package and ultimately the enterprise package, which we'll go over here in a little bit. Guys, this is crazy. The premium package for $97 a month gives you unlimited single cards, including postage. So, guys, you could send out 50 cards a month, 100 cards a month, 300 cards a month, 500 cards a month, and they would all be completely included in the $97 per month. So if you can imagine having a farm where you send out cards to that farm, farms are great and they're very useful and they work. But the downside to farms is that the postage for your direct mail can be really expensive. Well, with Send Out Cards, with our premium and our enterprise program, you can alleviate a lot of those expenses. Being able to send out a couple hundred cards a month to your farm for a low cost of $97 per month, and again, that includes the postage, that is a phenomenal bargain. So you get a 30% discount on gifts, includes all card types, you get all the storage that you need. You also get a loyalty reward program. This is 10, what we call 10 group send cards per month. And those 10 cards, if you don't use them, they roll over for 12 months. So a group send is something like, consider it like an invitation, or the technical definition is a card that's sent out to 2 or more people immediately. And you have, with the premium program, you have 10 of those cards a month. And the only thing that you would pay for is the postage on those cards. So this is a great plan for realtors, for professionals, for anyone that wants more referrals, wants more clients. So this is the plan that I took, however, and it differs from the premium plan in one basic fact, that the enterprise program, yes, it gives you the unlimited single card sends, including the postage. It also gives you a 30% discount on gifts, including all card types. But the main differentiation between the enterprise and the premium plan is that the enterprise program gives you 100 free cards that are a group send. So you could send out one card that goes out to 100 people, and that's included in the price of the enterprise. Now, caveat that the single cards that are immediately sent out include the postage. The group sends you will pay postage on. So if you send out those 100 cards, it's going to cost you $50 in postage because it's 50 cents per card that goes out. So this is just a great time saver. It allows you to send out 100 cards in the matter of a couple minutes that goes out to your network or your farm, and with the push of a button, those cards are printed and sent out the next day. You also have the same loyalty program where you get an additional 10 group send cards per month. Those roll over for 12 months. So these two packages, the enterprise and the premium, is just the way to go to build your real estate business, to love on your network, to love on your sphere of influence, to go after those FSBOs and expireds that allow you to do things differently, that separate you from all the other realtors that dial for dollars and that really owners of homes really don't like. So using the enterprise and the premium, the enterprise and the premium programs will allow you to set yourself apart and to really make an impact that allows you to capture a lot more business. So a couple things that you might want to be aware of. You can, of course, we have our catalog cards. We have hundreds and hundreds of cards in our system. We're adding cards every day to the system. Our old system had about 15,000 cards. Our new system probably has 1,000 cards in it now. But again, we just switched over to the new system about 2 months ago, and they had a few bugs when they rolled out the new system, but everything's working great now. And they're focused on moving those catalog cards over, and so every day there's going to be more cards available. You can always build your own card, again, using Facebook to put pictures on the inside and outside of your cards. You can actually create your own card that are meaningful. Here's the thing. I've gone to people's homes or their offices months after I have sent them a card, and guess what? My card is on their refrigerator, or it's sitting on the credenza behind their desk, because it has pictures on it. It has pictures of themselves or pictures of their family. And it's a very sticky product. And they don't throw pictures away of pictures of their newborn baby, or the pictures of their new puppy that they got, or maybe their pet passed away a year ago and they posted a memory of their picture of their pet on Facebook. We love our pets, and we actually cherish their memories. And when you can take a picture from Facebook and put it on a card and celebrate their memory of that pet, I mean, it just does amazing things. Okay, so one thing that you may be aware of is that Send Out Cards has some other features that I think are really, really cool. So, I talk to realtors, and every now and then they say, well, I like to handwrite my cards. And even though it takes a long time and my hand hurts, I think it adds a personalized touch. Well, guys, my thoughts are this. What's more personalized, your handwriting or a picture of someone and their family or their pet or their new car that they got, or the year that the month anniversary that they bought the home from you, or pictures of their vacation to Hawaii that they posted on Facebook that you can pull and put on a card and just celebrate that great vacation that they had. But lo and behold, guys, we at Send Out Cards also give you the ability to have your handwriting on the cards. So for a price of $49, you can actually upload your handwriting. There's a form that you'll fill out where you write your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s, and your punctuation. And at the bottom of that form are 4 boxes that you can put in different types of signatures. So you might have your first name, you might have your legal name, it could be printed, it could be in cursive. However you want to set it up, you have 4 different choices. So now that you're creating your card, it's going out in your handwriting. And then at the end, you go ahead and choose how you want that card to be signed, and it lands on the card, and it's just very personalized. So we have another package that's called the Essential Pack that basically is the handwriting and the first impressions card. So you see, for $99, you get the first impressions card. Now, this is a pre-made campaign that is about 90% done. You may want to go in and put your picture on the back of the card and brand yourself. You may want to change the words a little bit, but it's pretty much ready to go. And there's 3 cards that are in there. We've got the "It was great to meet you" card. We have "Thank you for your business" card, and "Celebrating new possibilities" card. And we have that in a beautiful upgraded card stock, a little bit thicker card stock, a little bit upscale, and it has a beautiful satin white or satin black finish on it. So this campaign is pretty much ready to go, and it's a $99 value. The handwriting and signature package is $49, but you can purchase both of these together for the same price as the first impressions card. So the Essentials Pack, $99, gives you the first impressions card, that upgraded card stock, the beautiful finish, the campaign that's ready to go, plus your handwriting and signatures for the low price of $99. All right, so there's also some campaigns that we have that are pre-made and ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and show those to you. Down here somewhere. Okay, there they are. So the campaigns, these are campaigns that are ready to go. They can be for realtors. We have them set up for dentists, for finance. Let's go ahead and see if we can find one for real estate. I know it's over here somewhere. There it is. So this is a campaign that's ready to go. There's 4 or 5 touches, and it's a cost of $85. Actually, this one is a 3-touch. So it has a home sweet home card. It has a sold is my favorite 4-letter word card. And it has a home is where the heart is card. And these cards, again, are ready to go. You may tweak them a little bit by putting your picture on the back of the card, maybe personalizing the message that's on the inside. But again, this is a campaign that allows you to very quickly be up and running and sending out cards without a lot of thought. You know, realtors, just like myself, you're very busy, I'm very busy, and this is a great way to be able to have something that's almost 100% ready to go. Just takes a little bit of tweaking to put your back branding on the back, and you are ready to be able to start sending cards. So guys, Send Out Cards is a phenomenal program that allows you to love on your network. It allows you to go after FSBOs and expireds. It allows you to keep in touch with people. It allows you to celebrate your network and kind of go from that agent that is just like every other agent to go into that agent where you become a close family friend. A good friend of mine, Gail, is in Michigan. And Gail started using Send Out Cards about 7 years ago, and she was at about 30% referral. She is now at a 98% referral rate, and she does 50 transactions per year. And the only tool that she uses is Send Out Cards. So this is what her day is like. She goes into her office, and she opens up her computer, and she goes on Facebook, and she opens up her Send Out Cards site, and she starts sending out cards to the people in her network. And it ends up that if you do this system consistently, you end up becoming a close family friend, and you get a few people out there that go to work for you and start to refer business to you. So I believe that's all I'm going to talk about at this point. We do have some other options that we can talk about. So I would like you to go to my website, which is SendoutCards.com/go mobile, and send a card to someone. Open up and get that pay-as-you-go account ready to go, and start sending out a few cards. And you'll be amazed if you do this, the feedback that you're going to get in about a week, where people are going to call you or text you, or they're going to post your card that you sent them on Facebook. How's that for some great advertising? Guys, you start to get the feedback very quickly from your network that they appreciate you, and they're thinking of you because you're thinking of them. And what ends up happening is if you do this consistently, it's going to start turning into referrals. So that's a great way to build up your business along with the FSBOs and the expireds. And it's just a phenomenal system. I can't think of anything else really that I can talk about at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. Guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Go to my website, SendoutCards.com/go mobile. Send a card to someone. You're welcome to reach out to me. My email is SendoutCardsforme@gmail.com. You're welcome to call or text me. My number is 702-610-4539. I'm happy to help you. I'll train you on how to use this system and get you up and running so that you are proficient. And I guarantee you that if you use this system consistently, you will transform your real estate business. So guys, thank you for joining me today. I look forward to helping you. I look forward to talking to you and answering your questions. So have a great day, everyone. God bless.